Hello?
Man, I got this right. My head up to my bed.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They go play action now. Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jackson. They'll find Bateman once more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Not quite enough for the first, almost. Give him 9 instead, so that leaves him with an enviable 2nd and inches. Bigsby once more. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tank Bigsby, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to Hill, right side complete. The gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
20 TX.
Tua sets up to pass it. Into space at the 45. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
32 stay.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Dolphins at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Tua. Looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the draw, here's Mitchell. Muscles him off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready. Out.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Jackson now. Sliding out of the pocket. And only able to get 2 attempt at the 30. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, the tight end. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the fight through one tackle. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal with some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
That's good.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Right. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. A short one there, caught by Likely. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Once again, it's Mitchell.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To a fast pass outside, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
All right, come on.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and
Now
2.
Tua. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. We say we use them to start the second half and get us going.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
L.H.N. on 1st and 10. Yeah, he did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half.
Wind up and hits it.
In the backfield, he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's thick again.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. And it's complete to Mitchell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Here's Bigsby. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tank Bigsby, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and show.
Whoa.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
DC, ready?
Running left, here's Mitchell. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Everything is a hit
After the
stick.
loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
I've never seen somebody use the hit stick so
Now
much.
it's Jackson.
This is crazy.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked up and said, apply.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. Jackson escaping the pressure right.
Pressed the wrong button.
Point they need. Oh, they try a lateral on the return. Now the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, that takeaway, partner,
I
right there.
pressed the wrong button.
That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass worked to perfection.
All the stops and all the bullshit.
Miami Dolphins. 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright. And he'll go down right on the edge 7 or 8. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second down.
Tua going to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Mike Green able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Tua signaling to change things up.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run Achane. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Dolphins 18.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. To the 43, second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. A run here with Bigsby. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson now.
Oh, press the wrong button. I meant to press square. Press wrong button. I meant to press square. Square was wide open. Square.
A critical error there in a
Press circle.
game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Tua going to give this to Wright. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Second and 6.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Second and 6 coming up. Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hey, I got him, man, I got him.
Throwing Tua. They'll try and run for this with Wright. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Sanders pulled it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now a 2nd and 6. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
First carry now for Justice Hill. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty.
Do it on the fucking ground.
Get the football in great field position. Here's Tua. They complete it to Hill. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It didn't check in fucking ground. He had him wide open.
Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Tua. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because They're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And it is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete.
Fucking shit jump, man. Fucking bullshit. Fucking shit bones.
With such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Shit froze in the middle of my fucking play. Bullshit ass shit.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done.